So it's Sunday. I look a little bit like a mess because I've had a chill Sunday. I've been cleaning, organizing, getting ready for fall. I jumped on my Instagram and you guys wanted to see what was going on inside of this cabinet. So I'm just gonna make this video really quick just to kind of show you the kinds of stuff that I keep in here. Essentially, this is my herb cabinet where I keep all my herbal concoctions, dried herbs, oils, essential oils, the whole nine. I'm going to show you the types of stuff that I have in here and what I do with it for my family. Open it if I can open it. Okay. So essentially, you'll see I have it divided into three categories. So the top here, I have my mostly essential oils, some dried herbs, and then here I have my oils, shea butter, cocoa butter, stuff like that. Here I have mostly all my dried herbs, are obviously like in larger quantities. And then down here I have tinctures, empty bottles, mostly empty bottles that I use and reuse for all these preparations. So I have some different dried mushrooms and dried herbs. I've got chaga in here, which was given to me by a friend. Comfrey, a bunch of different, I like to really reuse jars. So here's like a jelly jar that I've just put milk thistle into, which I'm actually thinking of growing this year. I bought the seeds, so I'm going to try to grow it myself instead of purchasing stuff like this. Essentially, I use this for liver cleansing and liver detox. I have different herbs. This here is a tea blend that I made for myself when I'm extremely anxious. So I'll make myself a little tea with this, which is essentially chamomile, lemon balm. I put some licorice root. It's a whole array of things, but it's pretty much all sedative, calming herbs. You'll notice too that the majority of my herbs, I buy them from mountainroseherbs.com. It is a company that I've really stood behind for many years. I've used this company for a really long time at this point. 10 years, I want to say I've used this company. I've used their online herbalism classes. I've been a member of their herbmentor.com for a long time. It's just a library of knowledge on there, and I really recommend you guys check it out. All this information is going to be in the notes below in case you want to holler at it. These are essential oils that I have. You'll notice I have different brands. I'm not loyal to any one brand as long as it is a high quality oil. That's all I care about. So I have some Young Living. I do have some Vitacost oils, which are not bad. I use these for cleaning and for diffusing, but I usually just get, like, I buy like their bergamot, which I use a lot. Pine, now for the winter, I like to diffuse that. I've got, again, cocoa butter, shea butter, jojoba oil. So these are, let me try to turn this around this way. So these are the oils that I use for my preparations when I make my salves, my body butters and creams. They're best kept out of sun and heat, so I kind of keep them in this corner because it's kind of a little dark crevice. As you can tell, the light comes in from that way, so this is like a little bit more hidden. I've got some castor oil in the back and some sweet almond oil. I've purchased these on Amazon, and it's fine. I do recommend, of course, Mountain Rose has like absolutely just amazing quality, but it is expensive for the size, and they all come like in these glass bottles. This is good price though. Their cocoa butter and shea butter is awesome. So down here, the herbs, obviously there's a lot. I'm not going to go each individual one. You'll see the ones that I have the biggest jars of are ones that I would use for just everyday teas, not for anything specific. This is almost what I would call like food teas in a sense, because they're just kind of like a daily vitamin. They just have a lot of great stuff in it, folic acid and, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. So nettle, red clover. I've got oat straw in the back. Oat straw is actually one of my favorites. Like, I love the taste of it. I've got lemon balm back here. I keep it really in a dark corner because lemon balm is one of those herbs that loses potency very quickly. So if you have it exposed to air, if you have it exposed to light, it's gonna lose potency super quick. So I just try to keep it hidden in the corner, sealed tight in the bag that it came in. I try not to open it unless I'm using it, and that's it. Dandelion, it's great for detoxification. So I have my chamomile, which I use constantly. I make salves out of this. I make oils. On my Instagram, I have a saved story highlight that is with it's infusing oils with different herbs, and I made a chamomile infused oil. Well, it was part of the recipe. This is a basic herb I use for everything, for drinking, for salves, oils on the skin. It's super calming, it's gentle. You don't have to worry about it irritating or being too much of a sedative. Listen, I'm not an herbalist. I'm not certified. I'm just a girl, okay? This is what I use for myself. This is what I've been using for years, and it's worked amazing for me, and so I'm just passing on this knowledge for you, okay? Don't at me. Okay. Here, what else we got? Everclear. It's to make medicine, not to drink, okay? It's like liniments and stuff. I would use that. Hibiscus flowers. This my mother-in-law bought for me at a Mexican market, but just to drink tea, you know, hibiscus tea, or in Spanish, agua de Jamaica, obviously, because it's flor de Jamaica. In the back here, very interesting, I've got ladies mantle. This was back before I had my boys, using that to help try to conceive. Research that further. Don't just take that one sentence and run with it and think, oh, I want to have a baby, so I'm going to drink ladies mantle tea every day. Please do your research. Yarrow. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm trying to like film this. It's hard to get this straight. Okay, astragalus. It's good to have these adaptogen herbs. I have it in powder format, so I can kind of put it in more things easier cooking. Licorice root, I pretty much keep on hand to use almost as a sweetener for my teas. I don't put a lot, just a little goes a long way. Valerian, obviously, crazy sedative. I actually don't really use this often. I really use this more for my husband, who, if he needs to unwind, a simple chamomile tea just does not do the trick for him. Calendula, of course, another one of my staple. I just re-upped, that's why this is full. I use this non-stop, the same as with the chamomile. It's very nice on the skin, very gentle. I use it all the time, infusing, simply to infuse it into some oils and just using that on the skin. I use it on my boys. I use it as like an after shower oil. The smell is amazing, especially when you do chamomile and calendula together in an infused oil. It smells really toasty and almost sweet. It has an excellent smell. I love it. And beautiful color. It's beautiful. It's really amazing. Plantain. I've been using this more of like an anti-itch, although this has a lot of properties to it in general, as well as like comfrey. The lemon peel I really just use as a exfoliant, almost, not really in it. I don't really use it like in a tea, although I mean it's lemon peel. It's not like it would, you know, be bad for you in a tea. I've got, let me try to move this jar out of the way. I've got too many jars here. Here's my elderflower. You can see how empty this bag is. I love elderflower. This is one of my absolute most favorite herbs, and the one that I use the absolute most. As you can tell, I bought a big ass bag. Is this like a pound? No. How much is this? Hold on. 1 pound. So 1 pound of elderflower. You can only imagine how tall this Ziploc was to have this actually reach 1 pound. But I make tinctures from this. If you don't know what a tincture is, it's essentially you put herbs or, you know, plant product, whether it's roots, flowers, leaves, you put it in a jar, you fill it up with alcohol or vodka, you know, use like a nice vodka, not fancy stuff, but something in the middle, something that's not gonna make you gag if you drink it, and let it sit. You let it sit for like 2 months. I mean, it really varies. You can let it sit for 4 weeks, you can let it sit for 8 weeks, and then you strain it. And what that is medicine, essentially. You have the chemical constituents inside the plant are removed and put into that vodka, which now you would take little dropperfuls to get kind of a concentrated hit of the properties of that plant. So obviously elderflower being very antiviral, being very aggressive, I use it for when I'm really sick or when my friends are really sick. I'll give them little bottles. See, this is why I have all these empty bottles here, random. And so other tinctures and stuff, what is this one? Oh, this one is full. When I finish tinctures that I purchase or anything like that, I have little, like, look, I got given this argan oil sample bottle, you know, and when you're done with these, I just reuse them. These are really nice little glass droppers. I mean, the argan oil, obviously, I'm not going to put a tincture in there. I'm probably just going to put an oil in there. But this, a purchased tincture, yes, clean it out. Just put another tincture in there of your own doing, okay? Reuse the bottle. We have enough garbage in the fucking ocean. So, there you go. I'll show you now. I make a lot of tincture with that, and I'm constantly going through it. But just to finish up the dried herbs area, let's see what else we have. Linden leaf, calm your ass. Roses, this is beautiful. I use this to make rose honey. You can put it in teas, in sachets that you would have for scent, like as well as lavender. Again, I just re-upped this today because I was organizing my whole drawer, so I was kind of getting rid of little random bits of herbs that I have, and I just kind of consolidated them. Oh, St. John's wort. This is an incredible herb. I'm pretty sure I cannot grow this here, so I'm stuck trying to just purchase it this way and use it that way. Back here I have just some spaghetti jars, some reused spaghetti jars of moringa. This is when I grew it and I harvested the leaves myself, dried them, and then I put them to be used in this one as well, to be used in cooking. And then I got rid of the tree because I had moved and I don't have room. Oh, there's that lady's mantle again. I got a double lady's mantle. What do I got here? Oh, red. Okay, this is raspberry leaf. See, I've really used this. I had like 2 jars of this, and that's how much I have left. It's an incredible tea for women. I would definitely, if you're a woman, I would definitely recommend just doing even a quick Google search on that. I mean, incredible for women. I used this a lot when I was trying to conceive. I used it during my pregnancy. I used it after I had my boys. It's really great. It's gentle as well. Okay, so then down here we have, of course, all the last jar is great not only to save some herbs that maybe you dry yourself from the garden, but to also share with your friends. So you can just put them in here and hand them out. Here I've got my tinctures. See, this is like the elderflower tincture. I don't know how well you can see. There's all these little flowers, and that's been sitting for many months at this point. A calendula one. This is a holy basil tincture. So once I'm done and I strain them, I keep them in these bottles. These were great bottles. Sure, I had read really good for sunburned skin or skin that has maybe gotten too much sun, as kind of like a refresher. Mint, chamomile tincture. I pretty much just keep them all here in this corner and just cycle through them. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I make with these herbs. Yeah, you can leave a comment below and ask me any questions you like. See you in the next one.